Hello people, I'm Ginny Metheral and I'm a 4th generation witch. People have been asking me recently about the witchcraft that I use in my day-to-day life, and suddenly it occurred to me that maybe I should share this with you. So here are the 3 everyday witchcraft spells that I think you should use to get the really witchy life. Before we get into this video, I'd like to give you a quick word from today's sponsor, Aura. Aura is the all-in-one mindfulness and sleep app. It's used by hundreds of thousands of people over the globe and has a huge selection of coaches and therapists to suit your needs. Are you a bit of an insomniac? Is this a problem? If you go onto the Aura app, you can search up so many different coaches and therapists and use their differing methods, and one of them I can guarantee will help. Aura currently is offering a free trial and a 25% discount to those who sign up using the code that is in the description box below. They have plenty to offer and I thoroughly recommend them. I personally have used them for stress relief, and in fact I have saved several of my favourite meditations and audios into a playlist, so I've got them on hand. I don't have to search for them, that I can use them whenever and however I need. So do have a look in the description box below for your 25% discount code and join Aura today. Anyway, let's look at the everyday spells that you should be using. And the first one I want to talk about is, of course, the most obvious. Thinking about it, it is protection. Now, I live in a property which is surrounded by a huge amount of magical protection. I have done so much work on my house. I've had to, because I have been attacked and targeted by things that are not necessarily, what I want anywhere near me in the slightest. I'm talking proper demonic entities. We don't want those near our house. They come at me. People can curse you by sending them to you, and I don't want them ever near me. So I have protected my house against them. Now, this is a major spell which I can't explain to you in a 10-minute YouTube video. It took me about 6 months to put up the warding to my house, to get it right, to tweak it to what I really needed it to be. And I use it every day. It's a permanent spell. It will stay up until I die. However, you might not have this spell, or it might be somewhere else. So this is what I would do. We're going to do something called a bubble protection spell. The first thing is to envisage that you are surrounded by a bubble. Now, if that bubble was a bubble of protection, what would it look like? Would it look like a suit of armour? Would it look like a glass wall? The most important thing to do is to decide what your bubble of protection is like in your head first. These bubbles of protection can be anything. I think if I look at my bubble of protection, it very much depends on the circumstances and the situation, but a just general one. I have a sort of diamond, see-through, very hard, very shiny bubble. So people notice me, but they notice that they can't get through because it's, rock hard, diamond hard. That's my personal bubble. One of my favourite bubbles is this woman who had a sort of plasma electrical field around her, like those things that you touch. She had that going all around her body. So anyone who came near to her was like, bzz, and immediately electrically shocked. It was brilliant. Anyway, decide what this bubble looks like. Hold that thought in your mind and then carefully push that thought out to encase you in a bubble. Make sure you go above your head and below your feet. This bubble will last approximately 3 to 4 hours. It probably won't last any longer. You have to use extra force in order to get it to last more permanently. So, should you be going out into a situation where you feel you need extra protection, put on a bubble. Once it's weakening, it will just dissipate and float out. You don't need to worry about it or do anything. So a bubble is one of my favourite protection spells, and one that I will use when I'm not inside my house. My second is a cast a circle spell. Now, people forget that you can use circle spells for almost anything. I will cast a circle spell wherever I am or whatever I'm doing. I was a cook for many, many, many years. I one year had to make 150 tiny little Victoria sponges for some elegant tea party that was going on. Anyway, I was in my kitchen cooking away, and could I get that sponge to rise to my satisfaction? Could I? Could I indeed? It was so difficult. I failed and failed and failed and kept on having to chuck away all these batches of failed Victoria sponges. And eventually it occurred to me that I should just use some magic. So I cast a circle around the kitchen using my wand to help me bake the perfect Victoria sponge. And lo and behold, I did. You could use it at your desk, but as long as you talk the words out loud or whisper the words out loud, I cast a circle to give me focus, help me get through this report, and become the best customer services assistant I can, whatever it is that you're looking for. Cast a circle around you, your desk, and your computer, and I promise you, you'll notice the difference. The circle spell is something that I love to do and I love to use. Remember to only cast a circle for one item only. Don't confuse it, because if you use fuzzy ideas, you'll get fuzzy results, as I do like to say. So make sure you're casting your circle for one issue only. The final everyday spell that I use is my Book of Shadows. You've got to write it down. Write everything down. I write down everything witchy that's ever happened to me, whether I cast a circle for focus and found that it worked okay but wasn't great, so then I'll tweak that casting the next time I need to cast a circle for focus. If you write something down, you set your intent in a much clearer and firmer format. It also, the act of physically using a pen and paper creates a spell in itself. The pen is mightier than the sword is incredibly true. People who have written spells on a piece of paper will find that those spells are still in existence several centuries after they've died, because they have used something solid. It is a way of creating spells that will last. I lost my most recent Book of Shadows, which I'm a bit cross about because it's got a lot of stuff that I refer to constantly at the moment. And I'm always swearing in my meetings, going, oh gosh, I can't find my Book of Shadows. It's so blah, 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 blah. I've lost it. I think the fairies took it. In fact, I'm pretty positive the fairies have taken it because nobody else has seen it. And it's just vanished in a completely strange way. Fairies or not, make sure you write down everything that you do in a lovely Book of Shadows. So those are the three things that I do pretty much every single day. Unless I leave, if I don't leave my house, I don't necessarily put a protection spell on. I don't necessarily put a protection spell on anyway, if I can be bothered. I'm terribly lazy as a witch. Lazy witchcraft. My favourite witchcraft is all I can say. If you'd like to learn something a bit more complex than this and understand how to feel, touch and see magic, which is what I teach online, do go to patreon.com/Ginny Metheral. There's a new tier on there for a witchcraft course. It's quite cheap. It's a correspondence course marked by me, so you have full access to me. But have a look. There is something there for everyone. And otherwise, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.